live on a Sunday night. As always, Rich Widmer with Unbroken Talk, another unbelievable interviewee, and it really spells out another inspirational story. The young man, and I say young man, gee, he's young. He's got no gray. Is he? I still got the good look. Is it age before beauty? And any of that. John Mills, before I intro him, John Mills sitting on the other side. We got G Money. I love these. They'll never get old. This is what the platform's all about. It's all about inspiration. And John is a perfect example. I had the pleasure and honor of kind of getting a little sample on what he's been through. And I got to tell you, man, it's just, I can't wait to hear it unfold because, you know, we do this, John, and I know this is what you're all about. You're going to share your journey from start to finish. And I talk about this to G all the time. It's like drama sells, right? Reality TV is so popular because it's so relatable. Right? I mean, it's so friggin' relatable. And the relation is what? It's all about fucking negativity and drama and who's doing this and who's doing that. And everybody's so excited to watch it because they can relate to having drama in their life. Well, that's all great, chippy, damnedy, all the above. But what about the individuals that realize that it doesn't always have to be like that? Realize that I can come out of it and be a better version of myself. And I'm anxious to hear this because I know you had the two powerful elements and you're going to fill these two powerful elements out as you unpack your story. But, to really make a difference in one's lives, everybody always has two major things. And that's the first thing is a defining moment. And John, you know what I'm talking about when it becomes a defining moment. You've reached a point that it's like, fuck this. I had enough. Whatever it may be. It could be, from a physicality of being the obvious, right? Overweight, or, it could be a drug addiction, or it could be an abusive behavior. It could be anything, any of the above, but it's like, I've had enough. Well, a lot of people say, but when it comes down to an inspiration, there's something that's inspiring. It could be potentially, we hear a lot where it's either, faith-driven, family-driven, kid-driven, potentially something that just says, man, every day I got that in my head. I'm going balls to the wall and I'm tearing it up. And John is no different. I can't wait to hear the unpack of his story, right, G? I mean, it's going to be super excited. So that's what this is about, the Unbroken Talk. So, John, without further ado, the story begins when you were a young kid, right? So take it. Tell us, take us to the beginning, my friend. Take us on your journey.
And, I hit a growth spurt really early. When I was 12 years old, I was 6'2" and 110 pounds. If I turned sideways, the kid they'd be like, "Where's John?" I had body dysmorphia from a very early age. And I wanted to do sports. I had the passion, but the coordination wasn't there. It was kind of like, I like to tell people, it was like a drunk giraffe on roller skates. That was kind of me. That I was just completely uncoordinated. I wanted to play basketball, football, whatever. It just wasn't happening. And as I got through life, the body dysmorphia never really left. Self-esteem was always in the dumps. And I got into gaming. I started working for a AAA gaming company. I worked for them for 10 years. And my entire life revolved around just getting out of bed, going to work on my computer or gaming on my computer. That was an 18, 19-hour day.
John, if I can, because that sounds like my kids growing up, man. I think that's everybody. But this is, yep. You're how old now?
I'm 44.
Okay, so you're a young age 44. I got years on you, and the gray don't lie.
You were like,
yeah, I thought so too. You look fucking fantastic. But let's step back. So we're talking when it first started. How old were you when you really noticed of the issue of the body and the size and the height? How old were you?
Like 12. 12, 15, because Yeah, I was the tallest guy in my class by leaps and bounds. I was the stick guy. You couldn't, yeah. Hmm? Yeah, I was 6'2" at, yeah, 6'2" at 12.
And no, basketball was not then. Yeah, so basketball in the cards because you couldn't keep the agility, right?
Exactly. The coordination was not there.
So that continued, and then you got into then gaming. How old were you? When did that come into?
I'm going to date myself here a little bit, but that would be around 1998 because, the internet was just starting to pop off. The big video games were starting to come out, and yeah, they got their hooks into me.
Right on. So you got offered to do. Were you gaming before? How did they find you? What was that all about?
Yeah, I was gaming before, doing things like playing in Nintendo 64, like stuff like that, having fun with my friends, and then we got into the online gaming scene, and then everything just kind of took off from there.
So lots of gaming, and I'm sure, and I know from my kids doing it, sleep was hardly ever, and the nutrition and the habit.
Yep.
Talk to us about that. I'm sure there's shit.
Oh yeah, here we go. So I was smoking probably 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and I was drinking probably 10 to 12 Coca-Colas a day, just sitting at my desk, smoking and drinking all day.
And just gaming like the most of
Just damn it.
the kids. Okay, so that lasted into how long, John? How long did that last into?
Got into my 30s.
That was a long time.
From an addiction, anything else.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, on one part, you're addicted to the game because you want to do better and constantly improve. But on the other side of it is the community aspect. That's where your friends are. You don't want to let them down. So you keep showing up to hang out with your friends on the game. And next thing you know, you don't have a real life. You just log into the game every day.
Yeah, so that, I mean,
Did it become more of like an insecurity, and you got into gaming to kind of get into a community where you felt like you fit in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I think it brings that need to be competitive out in you when you want to be competitive, but you necessarily can't. You got the want there, but executing is a completely different matter.
yeah, that's interesting. You bring that up.
He became introverted because he had issues with like ADHD and stuff, so he didn't do the sports. He was good at it, but he couldn't focus and do the sports, so he got into gaming. So yeah, it was the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a comfort blanket and a security blanket. You got a place to hide.
Right, exactly. And
Yeah,
like you said, it becomes a community for you. You become friends with those people and you feel comfortable, and that's
I mean, you guys nail it on the head, but coming, as a parent with my 3, went through the divorce, so I wasn't really hands-on to tackle it. I've heard the aftermath or recognized it, but that was the sitter, that was the comfort, that was the avoid to deal with anything. And I mean, listen, how bad is it that I'm in the apartment at the time with my daughter in a 2-bedroom, which is probably like 800 square feet, and she's in Texas? What's for them? I mean, it's that level of no communication, engulfed in the phone, engulfed in the TV. So this went on, and we could see, so you couldn't make it, not your choice because of the growth spurts you had in school, but your comfort became that computer, and what you've done is just segregated yourself off from the world. And then talk about the nutrition, the lack of sleep. How much body damage did you do? Because we know, and we're going to yet to show the audience the aftermath of when you tore it up. I mean, there's a fucking positive out of this, but how bad did you tear up your body, brother? I mean, shit.
Dude, it was awful. I felt like shit. I felt like shit constantly. I mean, I was eating fast food, snacking at the desk. I mean, um, yeah, it started getting bad when I was 33 and I started getting chest pains. And I mean, I'm 33 years old at the time. I shouldn't be having hypertension and chest pain. And I still remember the day I went to the emergency room to get checked out because it finally got bad enough to scare me. And yeah, the doctor's like, you got onset of hypertension and you got high blood pressure and you need to quit smoking and change your life or I'm going to have to put you on medication. And as you like to say, that was my defining moment because that scared the shit out of me.
So how about were you living alone or mom and dad still? What's the surroundings at this time?
Yeah, I was still I was still living with my family for a little bit. I was living with my girlfriend at the time for a while, and we just kind of kept to ourselves, and just we would literally be in front of the computers all day.
Okay, and man, this is such a and this is going to resonate with everybody, all the kids now, because this is the biggest thing. So you're sitting in there. I mean, mom and dad, I'm sure they're, being old school, get off the computer, go do something, and you're like, "Nah, I'll be right there." And your girl was probably right in playing with you. I mean, that's how my kids.
Exactly.
Yeah. So finally, well, at least, I mean, that is a scare. That's a defining moment for you.
Turn it around right away, or did it scare you enough where you were just decided that you were gonna, change right then, or did it take you a while?
Oh no, I'm the type of person when I'm all in, I'm all in. So if that scared me enough, I quit smoking, changed the diet, changed everything around that minute, and I dove into nutrition and fitness.
All right, that is big. Okay, defining moment becomes you're scared of a lifetime. So girlfriend there, when you went to the doctor, got the report, all the above.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she started dieting with me.
Yeah. So I mean, quit smoking cold turkey. Al,
Cold turkey.
Cold turkey.
Oh,
Gee, you hear that?
Cold turkey.
Crazy, man. So balls to the wall.
I struggled with, so that's why.
Yep.
I'm taking that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's the inspiration to get better. So you knew health and fitness was the turn. What did you do? Go online and learn, or talk to us about it. How did it?
Absolutely, I say that. Well, it was funny. We were sitting watching TV one night, and Beachbody commercial of all things came on. And say what you will about at-home fitness, but at the time I was like, And my girlfriend's like, "Hey, we should try that." And I was like, that's going to be hard, right? And she's like, "Yeah, but I want to lose weight." And so I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it with you." And so we ordered the program, and we started working out together at home. At first, it was kind of me just kind of motivating her. But then I started seeing changes in my body and the way I felt, and I was like, I'm all in.
Right on, man. Right on. That's fucking awesome. I'll tell you what, I'm proud to say I did the Beachbody a little bit as well. The one, I forget what the hell it was. Anyway, listen, I will date myself. I'm fucking old. Not, it is John's. So John became a stud. Continue on. You went from Beachbody. Continue the story, because I know I'm going to pop this picture up, and it's not coming from a Beachbody workout. I can tell you that.
No, it's not. Yeah. I started Beachbody. It was like my training wheels because, you can work out at home, no judgment. If you fall on your face, there's nobody's going to laugh at you. And, as I went through my journey through nutrition and fitness, I started building confidence in myself. I realized that I'm worth investing in. I'm worth the change. I'm worth the struggle. I'm worth the trial and tribulations I'm going through. One of my things that made me quit smoking was I remember doing a cardio program one day. It had a ton of freaking burpees in it, which I hate, by the way. And I remember just gasping for air. Nobody likes burpees. I remember just gasping for air, and I'm thinking, why am I still smoking? Why do I do this to myself?
That.
At that point, you were still smoking?
I fought it, that I had to make it as miserable as I could for myself. So I would put the cigarettes outside and have to walk out to get them. And I had a little journal that I would track them in. So, I think it probably took maybe 2 weeks to taper down from going 2 packs a day to nothing.
That's fucking that.
2 weeks?
Yeah, from 2 packs a day, Marlboro Reds, Cowboy Killers.
Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. And to do
Yeah.
cold turkey is kudos to you because I did yours and the gum.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's not fucking smacking gum right now.
Listen, it's so, John, I just so you know, I'm not a full-time smoker anymore. I quit for 4 years and like I still struggle. Sometimes I go back to it. So,
Yeah. So, but here's
What's your podcast? I was so inspired by that.
oh, thank you. Thank you.
man, and do I say more? That's what this fucking channel's about. I love it. But this is,
Right?
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Well, this is where I want to just explore your brain just a little bit before you finish up your positive story, because this is the inspiration. It's like you said, and you said something that I want you to repeat. So you said something along the lines of, I am worth the change. Like, to say that, like, to get those formulate those words. If you can, it's a while ago, but I'm sure it was probably like it was yesterday. Like, where down dig deep on it. You could listen. Gaming, obsessed with, eating like shit, not sleeping. You know exactly the feeling of the majority of those teenagers sitting in front, because my kids were in it and they still have, and all the negative mental issues that come with it because they make themselves an introvert and they don't socialize and all the struggles and that stuff. And all I'm going to say is, I'm not like, you can't game. I'm like, to that level, right? So you came out of it from a health reason, but you continued it, man. Like, what was going inside your head that said, I'm worth it? Like, this is the $1,000,000 question. I want to know what made you say that to yourself?
That's such a good question. I think a lot of it came from because I was coming from such a place of no self-worth, no confidence. And, I think anybody, when they start going through fitness, you remember the first time you saw a vein in your biceps? The first time you saw your abs, you're sitting there walking around the house, be like, hey, can you see this? You're showing it to everybody. You're like, check out my game. That feeling of accomplishment you get, that feeling of, oh my God, I've got validation. I've been busting my ass in the gym 5 days a week. I've been eating like a damn rabbit. I'm getting validation. This is working. Something in my life is going my way. And you just want to share it with everybody. And I think it all starts with realizing, yeah, dude, you don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be out of shape. You can work. You can make yourself better, and you're worth the investment in yourself.
So that comment on when you have that vision of an inspiration to yourself that you're worth it, was that right before the working out or in the process of it, where you started to, in essence, when was it?
It's definitely in the process of, because, at the beginning, you're always second guessing yourself. But I always tell people the third day of your workout program is the hardest. That's when DOMs kick in. That's when it just sucks, but if you can get past that hump, it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, I love it, man. And I'm glad you pinpointed that, because, and the point of this is because you had your lowest and now you're at your highest. It's that we always say, everybody will have that defining moment, but what's the inspiration that actually kicks it? And the health and fitness, and from, you're going to share, you got into training and all that good stuff as we continue, but this I want to drive home with is how healthy we know, your body's your temple. When you start to treat it as such, when you're eating quality, you know how much it makes the body feel. When you're working out, the endorphins and the release of just all, and I say it without getting scientific, all the goodness, man, right? It just feels good. especially, from the intense stress, or just like, we've heard so many stories of, I go in the gym and because I say it all the time, I just try to beat the shit out of myself, but it feels so good, right? So that's awesome, brother. I'm glad you shared that. That is such a powerful point, because a lot of people, in the circumstances of being stuck, they can have an inspirational moment and maybe some inspiration, but they don't feel that self-worth, man, right? I mean, they don't feel like they're worthy. And you saw that in yourself, man. So fucking kudos. Gee, you know what he's talking about.
I absolutely do.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
Gym at this point now, John, or are you still working out with Beachbody, or?
So, I did the Beachbody thing for about 2 or 3 years, and I finally joined a local gym. And from there, I got my personal training certifications, dove headfirst in nutrition, became a nutritionist, and so just moved on from there.
That's awesome, man. I love it. So now, years later, tell us, where are you doing it full time? Tell us where you are, like, right, where are you living? It is where's your home base?
I'm in Martin, Georgia, and yeah, I'm started training online exclusively. I started my own company, FTW Lifestyle, that I wanted to do something with childhood obesity and gamers. Gaming and fitness is so close to my heart that it occurred to me that you guys are parents. You know your kids. They're super competitive. They pay tons of money to get the best computer, best monitor, best everything, because nobody wants to suck at a game. And I realized that through exercise and fitness, you can be a better gamer. So
That is
now it's at my business.
outstanding, man. That is outstanding. So I'm assuming you're being successful with some clients. That's got to be embracing. It's
Yeah.
gotta, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There, I work with a few pro gamers. I'm trying to contact with the esports teams, but yeah, it's a cool business. It's a niche business that nobody's done before, because everybody goes after gaming the wrong way, and they try and make fitness and gaming a game. And I'm just saying, look, dude, if you eat right, you work out right, you're going to perform better in the game. It's just science.
I can't, what my motto, it's, do as I say, do as I do, because give the advice from experience. And who better to give a gamer the experience to even game at a higher level than John, realizing, when you fuel your mind, body, and soul, then your vision is crystal clear. And I know I am by no, I look at those fucking streams, John, I get this, I want to fart. That's not me, brother. No, that's not me. But I know, you got to be focused and have, a swivel. So that is absolutely outstanding. But I do want to, so all the hard work and everything that you have done, it's worth noting, really, to see, let's see, is it this? Where are we? We got to share this. Gee, right?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, John. The picture on the left is 2012, is it?
That's 2014. That would be my
2014.
first game.
Good Lord, John.
That's all.
And this picture to the right is when? Yesterday?
No, that's about 2022.
Shit, dude. Ah, man. And I want to absolutely,
Can't wait to see.
right, G? So just to make this clear, because this is where I'm super excited about it. I met John through his entry to one of the OCB Unbroken, and I'm proud to say, natural bodybuilding organization. The competition is 6 weeks from now in Augusta, but when I say natural is polygraph
100%.
100%, and the polygraph, and the winners to earn their pro card, Pina Cup, which that means, and it's really tested, and they get the results. And I say this wholeheartedly because there's organizations, which I won't name any, that say they're natural, and they're full of shit, because it's just natural of natural. Are you natural? That's the question. But in any event, John, this is fucking ridiculously awesome. Dude, I am so proud of you.
Competition? Have you competed?
It will be. Nope, never competed before. I'm actually doing 2 shows. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited for it. I love watching you guys' podcasts. I watch them while I'm doing my cardio.
Awesome. Yeah, dude, I am super psyched. Yes, and when you're saying they're inspiration, that's what it's all about. So this is an unbelievable interview, which you know what? He's the first one, and I'm going to repeat it. Just he valued himself. He was valued, and I love that shit. I really do. I think that is. I might have to say that a bunch of times to people. You got to value yourself, man. You got to look in the mirror and know your worth. Right? That's great.
I cannot wait to see you up on.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
Uh,
Yeah, so we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm coming for that pro card.
Yeah,
of course, yes. We wouldn't.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, you would be. Yeah.
Yeah. So all the gamers out there and anybody that can absolutely relate, which this podcast should resonate to. So, what final words, John, would you say to that? Anything at all? You grip it and rip it, my friend.
Believe in yourself. Know that you're worth it. Know that if you get a plan, put it together, and just execute, it's all going to come together. And good things always happen. You just got to trust the process.
That is absolutely awesome. And you were never broken on this. So I know you have something final word.
Oh, I'm absolutely unbroken. I can't wait to see you guys in Augusta.
I love it. I love it. John, thank you so much for coming on, brother. I'll be talking to you soon, and we'll see
Thank you for having me.
All righty.
I'll see you in 6 weeks.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.